Hey Cinnamon Bays, welcome to my channel, Planet Sentiments. My name is Danielle, and today I'm super excited to be walking you guys through my 2023 digital planner. This came out just so like everything that I wanted. I like to say that Planet Sentiments is for the minimal planner babes who has a lot of extra or extravagant moments. For me personally, I just need a functional planner. I need a spot where I can write out everything. There's a place for my to-do list. There's a place to do some time blocking if I need to. But then there are days when I wake up and I'm feeling super creative and I want to play around with some widgets and stickers and have fun. And I think to accommodate both of those planner moods that I'm in, you just need a strong, solid foundation, a base that has a spot for everything, but it's still neutral enough and simple enough to not be overwhelming and to not to clash with any of your creative ideas. And I am just super hyped about it. So without further ado, let's actually hop into the planner. So when you first download your planner, you are going to have two PDFs. You're going to have a Sunday start and a Monday start, so you can choose which one that you prefer. Open it up, you're going to have 5 different cover options, and they're going to be really just simple and neutral and understated here. And I just love how neutral and simple it came out. Then you're gonna have kind of like a tips page, so it's just tips on how to navigate your planner. So you'll have what all of the symbols are here. These are going to be hyperlinked to kind of show you how they work. You're also gonna have a walkthrough of your calendar pages. Then you have all of the Planet Sentiment socials. So if you need some Planet Inspo, some tutorials, walkthroughs, you'll find it all here. And these are also going to be hyperlinked, so you would click on one and you will say yes. We're not going to say yes for the sake of video, but you say yes, it'll take you there. The same thing with our shop. So you're going to have a link to the Etsy as well as our Stan store. Next, you are going to have your home page. I like to think of this as a "this planner belongs to" page, where you can personalize it, add some pictures of who you are. You can add the year, some motivational quotes to get you through, or you can decide to do nothing and keep it blank. But I just like the idea of you customizing your first page. Then these are going to be the hyperlink sections in your planner. So you have your year at a glance, important dates, goals, a note section. I included a habit tracker as well as just a blank divider, so you can choose to add whatever you want here. So if you want a separate place to track your habits, a separate place to add maybe your financial goals or journaling, whatever it is, you can do it here. No matter where you are in the planner, if you press this home button there, it'll take you back to this page. So if you don't want to use it, you can delete it, but I would recommend just keeping it there because of the hyperlinked version here. So we scroll over and you're going to have your 2023 year at a glance. It's basically just a snapshot of the dates and the months. So pretty simple, straightforward. Then you're going to have your important dates. You can do birthdays, any special occasions that you already know of. You can jot it down here to make it easier for when you're actually planning out the month. You can use this as your reference point for the things that you already know. Wherever you are in your planner, if you click on this little calendar section here, it'll take you to your important dates page. You scroll over, you're going to be greeted with your goals tab. And here, I wanted to keep it really simple. I didn't really want to overthink the goals section because I personally don't really map out my goals for the year. I don't really do resolutions, but I do vision boards. Here you can have your goals section where you can write it out, maybe plan some action steps here. And then you have different options for a vision board if you are like me and just want to have your goals in picture form here. Scroll over, you're going to be hit with your first month, January. So each of the month are going to have your little page like this. It's either going to be this color or black. Scroll over and you're going to have your month at a glance. So each month will have your month at a glance. So what's going to be your focus for the month? Your goals that you want to achieve, your top priorities here, this month's vibe. If you haven't noticed, I think that pictures are just a great way to kind of set up your aesthetic. But you can kind of crop this out or cover this up with something else that you prefer. master to-do list. I love a master to-do list. If I don't do time blocking, if I do nothing else at the start of my day, I check a list or I make a list. So the master to-do list for the month is important to me. Then you have another important dates section. One, because I don't know if the other important dates page is going to be enough for each month, but also this could be more niche, right? This could be like your days that your kids have off, vacation days, anything else, but just very specific. Whereas the other one, where the important dates page, you can do for only birthdays or business things or things like that. So it's really up to you. Or you can use this as your reference point, kind of copy and then paste it where, kind of copy and paste for the month. So it's up to you. And then you have your reminders, which can be anything important to you, some important notes that you want. If you wanted to write some kind of motivational quotes to remind you that you got this, you're going to knock out this month and all of that stuff, you can do it here. So really simple, and just, I love this spread so much. Swipe over and you are going to have your calendar. So of course you'll have it where you can just write out everything. You have your important section, your notes section. You can customize these to be whatever you want it to be. These little arrows and the boxes are going to be hyperlinked. So it's going to take you to the corresponding week. So you click on that, and this is going to be your weekly layout here. So you have your days of the week here that you can just plan everything out. You can use this for journaling, however you decide what your focus for the week is, your top priorities, kind of like your non-negotiables. But saying non-negotiables is not my favorite word to say, because I feel like life happens, and if you say something is a non-negotiable, you put some extra pressure on yourself, like unnecessary. But this kind of like, if nothing else gets done, these are what I'm going to aim to make sure I check off. Your to-do list. I am big on reading, so I feel like I had to incorporate a reading section within my planner somehow, some way, and that's that. I don't really watch a lot of TV, but I do have like a bunch of watch lists, or me and my husband, our quality time sometimes kind of picking a show or going to a movie. So I put it there and listening, a new album comes out or a podcast. And of course you can change out all of these things. Then you have a blank section here that you have free reign to do what you want. So maybe you want to do notes, or maybe you want to put some trackers here. You want to track your water, your workout routine, your meals. You can have a small section to do for that. And each page is basically going to be a lot of the same. Whenever you want to get back to the calendar for the month, you just click here and it'll take you back. This is also going to be hyperlinked to take you to the day. And I love my daily spread because you have your goal for the day. What's the one thing you really want to get done? You have a spot for your date or whatever you want to put there. Something that you're looking forward to. I think that when you're first starting, you wake up and you're planning your day, it's good to go in with a positive attitude. So what is one thing that I'm just looking forward to accomplishing or doing today? And you can put it there. And then your mood. I love to be very present when I'm planning. I think that if I am present and ask myself how I'm feeling today, it'll dictate how my day goes. So if I'm feeling great, what am I going to plan out to keep me feeling great? If I'm feeling sad, what am I going to plan out or incorporate in my plans to kind of change that around? Affirmations and gratitude. Just remembering to breathe love and life into yourself every day is extremely important. When life gets crazy or you feel like things are not going your way, it's always important to remember what you can be grateful for, and you don't need to overthink it. It can be like, I live in New York, it is freezing outside today. I am grateful for the fact that my house has heat. Like, simple. I'm grateful for my heating pad when I come from the gym and my back is aching. Of course, I am a to-do list girly. This is always like, I have to incorporate this everywhere. And it's really cool because you can kind of copy and paste here and spread it all out of what you want to get done from your monthly spread, your weekly spread, and you can kind of narrow it down for what you want to do for the day, or as things pop up, you can add it in there. Self-care, I will preach this to the end of time. You should not plan a day without figuring out what you're going to do for you today, how you're going to show up for yourself that day. Self-care and making time for yourself is extremely important, because how are you going to be the best version of yourself to show up for everyone, everything else, if you are not showing up for you? Sorry for the background. I'm a stay-at-home mom. This is the quietest time that I could film. So you're gonna hear my babies in the background. Sorry. And then we're going to have this blank section here, which again you can use for notes, trackers, or whatever. Put a picture, quote, however you decide you want to use this, it is up to you. And of course, we are going to have our schedule section here, and this goes from 5 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. So you can do your time blocking and all of that stuff here. Again, no matter where you are in the planner, you click on the month, it'll take you to there. Another thing that I want to show you is once you go to the week, you click on any day, it'll take you to the corresponding day as well. So it's really easy to navigate to where you want to be in your planner. So again, all of these are going to be hyperlinked. So I wanted the links to take you to your calendar, because I feel like that's what you're going to use the most, instead of taking you to like April at a glance or your divider. I thought it was more functional to just take you directly to your calendar, because that's where you're going to plan things out and have fun with. And that's probably what you're going to reference more as you're planning out everything else. After the last day of the month, you're going to have your monthly reflection, which I think is super cool. I will admit that I do not do it all the time, but I find that when I do, it's kind of like a pat on my back, right? Because sometimes a month will fly by and it's like, dang, what did I do this month? Did I do anything? And sitting down, actually reflecting on what I accomplished, what I did, how I grew is just super important, because it's like, dang, I did a lot. There were some things that I didn't do, but I did a lot. So just noting what you accomplished. What was your challenges, how you overcame them if you did, and how you plan to in the future. Your picture of the month. So what was the best moment that you were actually able to capture in a picture, whether it's you smiling your biggest smile, or something with the kids or your loved one, or whatever that, or a scene, whatever it is, just a picture of the month. And then you have your highlights that you can either use visuals and pictures again, or just write it out. Like I like to have funny moments that my kids did. I like to put here how you grew this month, whether it's a personal growth, whether it's growth in a relationship or growth in your business, at work, school. How did you grow? What were you most grateful for this month? What were some of the lessons that you learned this month? And then what were some new habits that you built intentionally or unintentionally? Were they good? Were they bad? Are you gonna roll them over, or are you gonna get rid of them? Just really staying present of what you've done this month, I think is super cool. And then you roll over to do. So anything that you didn't accomplish last month, what you're going to plan out for the next month. And then of course we have a section here, which I like to just do like a little funny quote or some inspirational quote, or a note, something that you didn't have a spot for here that you want to add. And then after that, you go right into the next month. And that's basically how the planner continues on. So it's just very functional, very minimal and simple and straightforward. But it's also neutral enough that you can have so much fun creating the type of spreads that you like. Here is going to be your blank divider. So anything that you want to include in your planner that isn't here. So if you want a separate section for your habit tracker that I have here, or you want to use it for journaling, or you want to add your finances and things like that, you determine what you want to add. If you want to add anything, you don't have to use it at all. This is going to take you to the check mark. It takes you to your goal section. This is going to take you to your notes section, and you're just going to have your standard little notes line section here, so you can bring dump, write any important things, do with it what you will. And that is the planner. I typically make planners that are kind of buildable. You build as you go. So I give dividers, like link dividers, link tabs, and you decide how you want to use them. I give you different options for weekly layouts, different options for daily spreads, and you just kind of add the page as you go. And I still love that planning way, but I wanted to give a little bit more. I wanted it to be functional, that is already laid out and easy for you to use, but also neutral enough that you can customize and make it your own. So I'm super excited about the 2023 planner. They are already up in our Etsy shop, in the Stan store, and both will be linked down below. And I hope you love this planner as much as I loved making it, and I hope you're excited about it as much as I'm excited about it to use it for 2023. This is the undated version. I've been thinking about making a dated version, but honestly, I don't think that I'm there yet. So as I was dating it, because I do have that I started, I just wasn't in love with the numbers. I wasn't in love with how it looked aesthetically. I didn't love the placement of it on like the weekly and daily pages. So maybe next year I will work on that and figure out exactly what I love. But this is the planner. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you already have your 2023 planner, let me know what you're using. And if not, then consider checking this out. So if you like this video, don't forget to give this a thumbs up, a follow, put your bell notifications on so you can find out next what's going on with Planner Sentiments. Bye.